Obi Wan Kenobi and the 212th Attack Battalion have been hunting General Grievous for the past few months. Finally, they've found him and cornered him in a small fort. Grievous has a mere 50 troopers at his disposal. Yes, some of them are elite, but will it be enough to take on Obi Wan Kenobi's force? Because Kenobi has not come alone. He has come with 1,000 clone troopers. He's not letting this mad general get away once again. Yo, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. And the other day when I did an endless droid assault on a Republic hangar, a lot of people commented that it reminded them of the 1000 Enemies series that I used to do on this channel. And I actually only did it a few times. I think I did it with Rex, Wolf, and Fox. Did I even do it with Wolf? I might not have. I can't remember exactly, but essentially we used to have 1,000 troopers going up against one Clone Wars hero unit, and we always did it with clone trooper commanders. Well, after you guys said you wanted to see more of that from that endless defense video, I thought let's do it, and I went ahead and turned the series on its head a little bit and had a separatist leader this time defending against 1,000 enemies. And we're going to be doing General Grievous versus 1,000 clone troopers. The clone troopers are led by Obi Wan Kenobi, Commander Cody, and Waxer and Boyle here. They're going to be launching a mass assault on General Grievous's small little fortress here. It should be epic. It should be awesome. I'm really excited to get into this. If you guys want to see more of these 1,000 clone troopers versus an enemy series that we're doing here, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Who do you want to see defend next time? Be sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy the videos. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe if you have not already. And yeah, I think we're ready to go here, boys. Let's get this thing going. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright, gamers, here we go. Let's see if the clone trooper army manages to defeat General Grievous and his 50 troopers that have an extreme defensive advantage. Alright, the battle starting off here with one of General Grievous's troopers up here on the ramparts, getting absolutely spam fired by clone troopers on the assault here. I did go into slow motion because of lag. That's right, baby. I'm giving out the one and only Daily Tactics patented lag warning. Put on your hazmat suits, put on your lag goggles, because this battle is going to be getting very laggy. There's going to be a lot of troopers all over the place. There's going to be laser fire firing everywhere. It is going to be killing my computer. My computer is going to be gasping for air by the end of this battle. So just a fair warning to all of you out there, there will be lag. Oh yes, sir, there will be lag. But with lag comes great battles, I guess, not responsibility. I was gonna do a Spider-Man quote, but it just made no sense right there. Either way, we can see Obi Wan Kenobi and his troopers entering into the fire zone of General Grievous's defenses here, and many of them end up toppling to the ground right off the bat here. General Grievous has some nasty choke points involved in this battlefield that are going to be mean and hard to take over. But as multiple clone troopers drop to the ground, the first of General Grievous's troopers goes to the ground as well. A Magna Guard, a staple of General Grievous's military. He's loving those Magna Guards. He's always using them. So, you know, it's only fitting to have a bunch of them on the battlefield as well. We also have some Commando Droids on the battlefield because those are also very fun to have in the droid army. Obi-Wan Kenobi runs away, but then he enters back into the choke point right there. Obi-Wan, what are you doing, pal? I have no idea. That was very interesting. More clone troopers entering into the wheelhouse of this E-Web turret here. Let's talk E-Web turrets for a second here, boys. E-Web turrets are, of course, a very powerful, heavy machine gun if placed in correct locations, and I think General Grievous has placed his E-Web turrets in phenomenal locations. This one right here has an awesome feature where it's got this entire wall covering its entire body, essentially, and it can fire out in this narrow cone of entry. So that means that the clone troopers have to get into that narrow cone of fire in order to kill this thing, which means it's gonna be really hard to kill this thing. I think the only feasible way this thing goes down really fast in this battle is by a grenade, and that would involve the clones being very smart and the droids being very unlucky. Two things that don't often happen in Metaphor Assault Squad 2. Obi Wan Kenobi gets shot in the back while trying to run away, and he drops to the ground into a plant. Oh, you hate to see it. The Kenobster is down for the count very early on in this battle. Meanwhile, the rest of his clone troopers continue to suicide on in to this choke point here where that E-Web turret is. Now, keep in mind, there are two E-Web turrets. The one on the right over here, I think, is in a very impressive position. The one on the left, less impressive. It has a less narrow cone of fire, and it's probably going to be having a harder time during this battle here. But it can turn around, as can be seen here, and fire at the other area, too. Although it should probably be focusing in on the clone troopers, pressuring his own troopers over here. Look at this. You're losing soldiers. Turn around. Fire at these guys. What are you doing? Okay. There you go. Whew, almost made me have a little aneurysm there, E-Web turret. What the heck are you doing? Now, these E-Web turrets are going to be very powerful during this battle, as we've already seen. These things are shredding right now. However, there's only two of them. Those are the heaviest weapons that General Grievous has at his disposal, and this one is already getting grenaded here. Okay, so the clone troopers were in fact very smart during this battle, and they managed to get an early grenade off on this E-Web turret, destroying it, throwing off its gunner, and killing that thing once and for all. Okay, I'm actually very surprised by that. I didn't think the clones would manage to actually get a grenade off, let alone even think to get a grenade off on that thing right there, but they did it, and they took it out early. I mean, this thing could have been a massive player in this game, but it's gone down in the early hours of this battle. It only managed to get 7 kills. I mean, 7 kills is great for one droid, but it really needed to last a lot longer than it did, and I think those grenades were gnarly. That was an excellent job on Commander Cody's part right there, getting his troopers to grenade early on. beautiful. Either way, the right side of the battlefield here is just full-on berserk mode, baby. Tons of outgoing and incoming fire from both sides. Clone troopers are definitely losing a lot more soldiers than the battle droids defending, which is exactly what General Grievous wants in this instance. That is a beautiful thing for General Grievous right now. That's all he needs, is more attackers dying than his defenders dying. And, you know, hopefully at a very good exponential rate here. That's exactly what he needs. However, the left side of the battlefield, not too much action happening over here. These troopers defending this doorway, just having a small sprinkling of clone troopers attacking them at a time. So these guys are actually in a pretty decent position here, not having to worry about too many clone troopers coming forward. That's actually going to be interesting to see how that area ends up playing out. These droids on the interior of the defenses here, getting grenaded and dropping to the ground. Really, the things that are helping out the clone trooper army the most here seem to be grenades. Grenades are wiping out the majority of the droids for the defenders here, while actual laser fire isn't doing nearly as much as it should be for the clone troopers. If it wasn't for these grenades, I think the droids would be holding out far better, but the grenades are really having a serious impact on the clone trooper army here. On the droid army. But this grenade will impact the clone trooper army. It does go off, and it does take a lot of clones with it. That'll alleviate a little bit of pressure for just a few seconds here for the battle droid army. The rest of the droids still spamming out fire over here. They started with a very large number of strong defenders in this little position over here, but they are quickly waning in terms of resistance. Lots of clone troopers coming on through, beating up these guys, killing them, suppressing them, doing all of the works here, and really eliminating a lot of General Grievous's immediate bodyguards here. Now, the clone troopers still have a ton of soldiers left. However, they have lost a lot. I don't know if they're going to be able to manage to acquire a victory here unless they manage to wipe out these droids easy peasy style. You know, they need to stop taking so many losses. Simultaneously, though, the droids need to stop taking so many losses as well. They are in a good position, I think, right now to hold out for the rest of this thing. I mean, they're keeping these clone troopers at bay in this position for a number of minutes now, but if they even lose a few more of these soldiers, they could be in serious trouble for the rest of this battle. They need to hold on to what they got right now, or else things will go downhill. But the clone troopers actually doing a nice little pincer movement, attacking from this left side as well as the right side over here, simultaneously wiping out a lot of the droid defenders all at once right there. Not great for the droid army right there, and the clone trooper army is managing to pummel these guys. They are seriously punishing them for not holding every single corner right now. Despite the defenses being really tight and really nice, the clone troopers just keep on feeding their way through every single nook and cranny, every single alleyway, and slowly and deliberately destroying the droids defending here. It seems like General Grievous is, in fact, on his last legs here. He is not doing so hot. If we look at the minimap right now, blue are clone troopers left alive, red are droids left alive, and there are barely any droids left alive at all. This is not looking too hot for General Grievous. The Mad General's defenses here are crumbling. He is under direct fire right now. He is actually having to fire his blaster out, and when General Grievous has to start firing away, you know things are bad, because he is a coward and he will not fight unless absolutely forced to, or if it's in his own, you know, sort of territory and he controls the situation. Those are the really only times he wants to engage with the enemy. So this is clearly him getting forced into engagements, and General Grievous goes down. Wow. So when we did 1,000 battle droids versus Commander Fox actually ended up winning that battle. But when we did 1,000 clone troopers versus General Grievous gets walloped here. There is one droid remaining right here. He's got one kill. His little position here actually getting invaded by clone troopers coming up the staircase here. Let's see if they manage to wipe him out without any additional losses. We can go into normal speed here. Let's see. I think my man's gonna die without getting any more kills. Yep, there we go. He does end up going down. So, the clone troopers managed to snag a victory, but at great losses. Yellow are dead battle droids here. Red are dead clone troopers. Now, I tell you what, because General Grievous barely even made a dent in the clone army. Okay, he did make a dent. I'd say about a fifth of the clone army is probably dead right now. Maybe a fourth, if we're stretching it. Like, he got a lot of kills. You know, at least a few hundred clone troopers died here. But there's still a lot remaining. So, we're going to double General Grievous's force. We're going to make him have 100 troopers now. And we're going to see how that ends up going against the attacking 1,000 clone troopers. He's going to have 1 to 10 odds now. You know, the defenses are still very tight. He came close at a few points, but he just needed to hold him off more. So, let's see if more troopers can make that happen for him. Alright boys, General Grievous is back, and this time around he has 100 troopers defending. That's right, he has doubled his force. Mainly, I placed the troopers in the back lines. I think the front lines, you know, it did get buffed a little bit, but I don't think it's as valuable as the backline defenses here. So, I added a lot more troopers over here on the right side, hoping that they will hold out a little bit better. I also protected the E-Web turret here a lot more, so maybe these droids out here can prevent a clone trooper from getting close enough to grenade it and therefore keep it alive for a little bit longer. Additionally, on these back ramparts, I added a lot more troopers. I think Overwatch fire could be very important for the overall health of the droid defense. And the left side, I didn't buff too much. I did add 2 more E-Web turrets on both sides here in the back lines, which should be a little bit helpful. But yeah, the left side is still pretty sparse in terms of droids. I did add a couple more as reinforcements, but considering the fact that the right side had way more attackers during the first battle, I decided to revamp over here and keep the left side relatively, you know, stale, less troopers, not nearly as big as the right side, because, you know, if not as many troopers are going to be attacking over here, what's the point of putting more of our troopers over there? It just doesn't make sense, you know? I did support it a little bit, but not nearly as much as the right side. I'll be completely honest with you fellas. Either way, here comes the clone forces. It seems like a lot more are dying right at the get-go here, which is exactly what we want to see. We want to see clones drop into the ground ASAP, Rocky style here. We need these clones gone, baby. Keep spamming fire out. There you go, buddy boy. Very nice. Well, These guys are awfully suppressed already, so maybe they won't prevent a grenade from occurring, but you know, maybe they'll get back up and get back into the swing of things here. A few of them are firing, but most of them do appear to be suppressed, which is just not that helpful overall. But this E-Web turret in the back way over here is actually in a pretty prime position to fire away. It can be sniped at a distance because it is actually in the smack dab middle of this choke point instead of being off to the side, which is what you really want, so it can be sniped from afar. But you know, I think it's going to be a good way of protecting the front E-Web turret. E-Web turrets protecting E-Web turrets. You love to see it, baby. It's that kind of teamwork that we really do like. Alright, over on the left side over here, these guys once again not really having too much of a threat come forward. They've only killed one clone trooper on the left side, and they are heavily suppressed, but who cares? There's just not that many clones attacking on the left side for some reason. All of them gravitate towards the right entrance over here, so I think we made the right decision in not adding too many more droids over on the left side. Either way, on the right, more clone troopers dropping to the ground, but they are getting closer, and they're sort of going through this maze of cargo area emplacements over here, which will prevent them from being able to really launch a good attack all at once. You know, they're going to have to go through these tight, narrow spaces that only allow a few clone troopers in at a time instead of just bum rushing on in, which is probably why General Grievous set it up this way. Obi Wan Kenobi going down already. Once again, the Jedi in this mod are just absolute poodoo. They are very, very bad. Like, straight up, they suck butt, dude. Terrible, terrible troopers in this game, and so naturally they go down very, very quickly. Grenades still being thrown. That one's on top of this cargo container. I doubt it does all that much from up there, but let's check it out. Maybe it does. I don't think it got a single kill for either side, so a completely moot grenade. It was pointless. All right, we are in slow-mo. I thought it was just lagging, but no, we are in slow-mo and lagging, so we're getting both. We're getting the best of both worlds, baby. Either way, some of these guards of the E-Web turret are going down, but it seems like the E-Web turret is doing a little bit better than last time. It's surviving longer at the very least. So I think these guards were definitely a good idea, and they're preventing a lot of clone troopers from getting in that grenading wheelhouse, which is beautiful. Not to mention, we do have one droid actually laying down right next to the E-Web turret. So if a clone chooses to throw a grenade at it, then maybe that droid can rebound it back. That's the big plan with that guy. I think it's a good idea, but it's really just going to be up to the battle droid to manage to actually rebound that grenade and have the proper reflexes to make that happen. Either way, the clones are just absolutely pressuring right now. They are coming in absolute force. Okay, here comes some grenades. One getting thrown up. Where's it going to land? Okay, it's not going to impact the E-Web turret, but it will dislodge a lot of the guards from their position. No one chooses to rebound it back. Instead, they all choose to run away from it. I don't think that's a very good choice. They probably should have gone for the former option, but that's okay. Now the clones taking this advantage to push forward a little bit. Many of them dropping as they do still. I think they underestimated the power that their grenade ended up giving them. But a lot of the droids do end up getting killed who were dislodged when they try and return to their position. So that is very good over there. The left side is crumbling a little bit. A lot of these droids over here getting overrun, including this E-Web turret, which will actually impact this E-Web turret here, as it might just get flanked and go down either way. Not to mention, it's struggling with its own territory over here, with the clones just really flooding on in at this point. This is a brutal situation for this E-Web turret to be in. It's doing its best, but I think this is going to be a final stand for it. But you know what? I'm pretty happy with its performance overall. It ended up doing way, way, way better than it did in the last one. Okay, that's a grenade. Let's see if the rebound ends up happening. Come on, droids! No, the droids end up being cowards and abandoning their comrade, running away from the grenade instead of trying to stop it, and that results in the E-Web turret going down. So the rebound droid was a complete and utter failure. Okay, more clone troopers coming on in here. The droids in all-out defensive mode. We are now on to the second line of defenses for the droids, and this is, of course, where I said the majority of the reinforcements are. So we should be able to hold out here for a longer time than last time, and perhaps even long enough to end up seeing a Separatist victory here for General Grievous. It's yet to be determined, but I think now we have a better opportunity for it. Plus, this E-Web turret is still firing out. I actually thought this thing would go down a little bit earlier. As you can see, the clones can, in fact, shoot it right now, but somehow it's still alive. It is taking some heat now, but it's still firing away, and we like to see it. The lag is increasing as more clone troopers end up firing out their weapons, but that's just something we're going to have to deal with here. I hope you brought your lag hazmat suits. Another E-Web turret back here, along with more droids getting involved on the left side. Like I said, the left side just has less attackers going on right now, so it doesn't matter nearly as much, and a smaller unit of droids that we have here should be able to take out these attacking clones, I think, although they are taking some incoming heat, so it might be a little bit tougher. Let's check out the far left over here. These droids, yet again, not really experiencing too much of an assault. I don't know why the clones never go for this entrance over here. It's a great flanking spot, but they just really don't. There is about 5 clones dead over here at this juncture, and more mounting as more and more clones try their best to come over here, but it's just not working out. Honestly, if they swung far right over this way, and then pressured from both sides, they could probably just eliminate these guys pretty quick and then do a fast sweep in and flank over here. But I'm not sure if the clones are actually going to be smart enough to do that. On the far right over here, these droids actually doing a great job. Look at this absolute clone pandemonium over here. Clone troopers getting vastly destroyed. You'll love to see it. The left side, less clone pandemonium, but still plenty of it available. Tons of clones dying, tons of droids managing to rack up some serious kills. It looks like, I think, not Commander Grievous, General Grievous might actually manage to do this thing at this point. I really do think he just needed a little bit more troopers in order to hold his fort. 50, while it did do a lot, and it was actually a very powerful amount of troopers, it just wasn't quite there. You know, 50 was just not enough to really impact the attackers and stop them in their tracks. But you add another 50 to them, and all of a sudden you've actually got some good things going for you, and you've got a full stop happening for the clone troopers. It really is just a matter of 50 troopers. Meanwhile, the clones still do have 1,000 soldiers, so they outnumber the droids 10 to 1, but they are dropping with the best of them. They are really going down pretty fast here. It is absolutely brutal, and the lag is mounting, mind you. The lag is mounting. Maybe I'll delete some of this fauna back here. That might help with the lag, you know, just have a little less entities on the battlefield, and these things don't actually impact the battlefield, so we'll try doing that. I don't know, maybe it'll help. Who knows? Probably not. No, it doesn't seem like it helped at all. That's fine. Whatever. It is what it is, boys. All right, this E-Web turret did actually end up going down, so that leaves 1 E-Web turret out of 4 left alive. However, there's still a lot of droids left alive, and not to mention General Grievous's direct bodyguard back here has not been impacted at all by this battle, so they are fresh, they are full on ammo, they are full on health, they should be able to hit the enemy pretty hard nonetheless. Ooh, big grenade right there from the battle droids, wiping out a number of clone troopers right off the bat there. You'll love to see it. But keep in mind, there's still a ton of clone troopers left alive back here. Despite probably 500 dying at this point, I would say probably half of the clones are dead, actually. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. So maybe there's 500 clones left alive, which is a lot. So the droids still have a lot of work to do overall in the remainder of this battle. Let's try going into normal speed here. I'm not sure if it will actually be normal speed or if it will just be slow mode anyway because of the frames. It's not terrible, actually, so why don't we stay in this normal speed now and see how the clone troopers end up doing. They are spamming out a lot of fire still, mainly firing at these droids up on the ramparts. Luckily, these ramparts are very protective. I mean, these droids can crouch down and be completely unhittable if they need to be. Although that's not entirely true for these guys, or at least these guys got caught out because they're, of course, dead over here. But, yeah, these ramparts are definitely protecting these droids quite a bit and preventing a lot of the clone troopers from entering on in too far, because these droids right here are sort of ground, and then these guys up here are taking the brunt of the fire, as well as providing some overwatch for the troopers on the ground. However, down here there is a small little hole of range where the clones are able to fire from afar. They killed one of the Magna Guards, and they're actually hitting some of these Commando Droids behind them. which is resulting in the clone troopers not managing, the droids not managing to hold out those choke points super well. It's those really narrow, long avenues of fire where droids end up faltering. You know, you need everything covered by some sort of cover in order to have it be a true choke point, or else you have those areas where you can, in fact, get destroyed. Either way, at this juncture in time, it seems like the clones are being held back pretty nicely here. I think I will go ahead and let the battle play out because it is getting laggier and laggier, and we'll just sort of let the clone troopers continue their assault, and if anything exciting happens or anything dramatic happens, ooh, just like that, okay, we'll actually watch this. So, those droids over here on this far flank over here getting grenaded, which is resulting in them actually losing this position. Okay, that's actually big. That could result in a clone victory. I was gonna say, let's just like let this battle play out for a little bit, and if any developments happen, let's move on from there. But a big development just happened. This entrance is now open. We can see already one clone trooper taking advantage of it. Hopefully more follow in his footsteps, and yes, a few more following in his footsteps. This is a big flank right here. I didn't expect this to happen. I thought these guys had a solid defense going on, and they did for a long time. They killed at least 30 clones right there, but now the clones are able to creep in on this flank over here. Yet to do too much with it because the droids on the interior are still able to sort of defend pretty nicely over here, but that could develop into worse things later on down the road for the clone troopers. Although right now they're not really taking too much advantage of it, just a trickle in of troopers every so often. So yeah, guys, let's let this battle play out for a little bit. I'll be back if anything major develops. Alright guys, so I've let the battle play out for about 5 minutes, and a lot of the lag has cleared up, which is very nice. However, the clone troopers had made just about no progress. More of them have died, yes, but they have not really killed any droids at this moment. They still have about the same amount of droids. Some of the Rampart troopers did end up going down, especially this far right Rampart is really hurting right now. But other than that, the droids are doing very well at shutting down these clone trooper attackers, and they are just holding out right now. I think we will go ahead and... no, let's not squad up the clones. We're not going to squad up any clones for this battle. I think we're just going to let them keep on mass assaulting and do things their own way. You know, we're not going to give them the squad up this time around. They're going to have to do this by themselves. Figure out teamwork by themselves. The droids, man, absolutely dominating, though. I have to say, I'm very impressed by the droid army right now, and not very impressed by the clone army. The clones are getting curb stomped, dude. They're just getting kapooed left and right. It's not good. It's not good at all. All right, well, ooh, a little bit of an assault over here. As you can see, some minor attacks have been happening on this far left area. I think just pivot all of these troopers right over here, do a mass flank, take out that E-Web turret, take out all these guys in that flank, and you're golden. But instead, they just keep trying to go for the ramparts. It's not exactly intelligent, but it is what it is, I suppose. If we look at deaths right now, yellow are dead clone troopers, red are dead droids. Droids have lost about probably half to 3/4 of their force, but so have the clones. You know, they're keeping things on par here at this point. No one's really, you know, making too much progress here. The droids slowly but surely eating away at the clone lines, and the clones getting 1 kill every minute or so. So, yeah, I'll be back in another 5 minutes or so to give an update to the battle. Maybe then there'll be even less lag, which would be BEA beautiful, baby. Alright, gamers, it's been another few minutes, and we actually have a massive clone trooper grenade hitting right here. That was very big. However, as we can see, the fallout of it was not that impactful. I think if the clones had pushed in alongside that massive grenade right there, we would have seen big strides in wiping out this droid fortification. However, the clones, they did get a kill or two with it, but they didn't push in when they needed to, and now this position is still maintained by the battle droid army. The clone troopers have lost increasing numbers of soldiers. They have maybe 100 or so left, I'd say, and they are still dwindling by the second. The droids are doing an absolute monster job here of defending. Let's go ahead and check the kill counts. So, this E-Web turret actually isn't that effective as I thought it was. It's only got 5 kills. I thought it had more. This droid next to it has 10 kills. So this one guy is more effective than the big boy gun next to it. Surprising. This droid here has 3 kills. This droid here has none. This droid here has 17. This droid has 10. Doing some work, boys. Doing some work. This E-Web turret ended up having 17 kills. That's pretty good. This droid has no kills. 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 Wow. This droid has 1. This droid has 1. This droid has 24. So this guy is carrying. This droid has 3. And this droid has none. Wow. These droids over here all have none. Who is getting all the kills? This droid's got none. This droid's got 1. This droid's got 12. This guy's got 5. This guy's got 4. This guy's got 4. This guy's got 5. This guy's got none. And this guy's got 1. Impressive. A few of these guys with General Grievous actually have a few kills. This guy's even got 14. Holy cow. Yeah, the snipers in the back are killing the game. This guy's got 10 kills. That guy's got none. Yeah, so I mean, a very small amount of the droids are actually the ones carrying the weight of the droid army right now. The rest are all just sort of along for the ride, I would honestly say, while the majority of the clone troopers are dead from the droids that are, you know, actually getting kills. That's about it. I mean, most of the droids have no kills. That's actually kind of surprising. But a few of them have like 17, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, this is just an absolute clone trooper graveyard at this point. I have a feeling some of the dead droids probably had even more kills than some of the droids that are alive right now, but they just ended up dying at the end and, you know, didn't manage to live on in glory, which is very sad. But oh well. Either way, we're just sort of getting the same continued battle going on right now. Another nice grenade from the clones right there. It's not going to amount to all that much, though. They don't capitalize on the droids getting dislodged from their grenades. They really don't. It's actually kind of aggravating that they're really bad about pushing in at that time. Actually, how many kills does this droid have? 8. Okay. I don't think we checked him yet. I have to sneeze so bad, dude. Oh, God. Wow! Sneezed with the blow up of the bomb. You love it. There's Commander Cody! Cody's actually still alive in this battle. Unreal, dude. My man. You gotta love the Codester. He's a legend, dude. He's a legend. I don't know about Waxer and Boyle, though. I don't really see them anywhere. They're a bit harder to spot than Cody, though, because they just have helmet markings, really. So, I don't know. If you guys see Waxer and Boyle at any point in this battle, give me a holler in the comment section. I'm very curious to see if they're alive. I don't think they are, though. I think maybe it's just Cody. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, the droids continuing to kill clones bit by bit. The clones still not managing to do all that much. This is really a devastating battle for the clone trooper army at this point in time. Grand Army of the Republic, they can handle 50 droids in this fort, but 100 droids, and they are in pain, baby. Either way, if another big grenade comes through or a big charge or something like that, I will continue recording, but let's let it go for another 10 minutes and see if the clones do manage to make any more progress here. Alright, gamers, it's been another like 5 minutes. The clones are just suiciding in. We're gonna give them one last hoorah charge. It's too painful to watch and not let them have at least a hoorah charge. We've done it for the droids in the past. We're gonna do it for the clones now. Let's see if this will work. We're gonna just pour clone troopers right on in here and see if they manage to do anything with this hoorah charge. The final stand of the clone trooper army here, the 212. Let's see if this attack battalion can manage to do it. All their soldiers getting wiped. This is truly a staunch defense. They are going to take out that E-Web turret at the very least. There you go. They at least got one more kill. At the very least, I think that droid's just concussed, actually. So, yeah, he's still alive. Sad. Oh, man. Not even all the clones are charged. All right. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Final charge points. Final charge stance. Go on in. We're finishing this up now. Actually, a few more droids do end up going down before this thing is through. Impressive. But the clones, they're just all dead, man. There's like 3 here. We'll send them in. Last hoorah charge. Come on. Oh, it's Commander Cody. The Codester. He's still alive. My man. He's dead. Okay. And that's it. The droids win. 100 droids versus 1,000 clone troopers. I'd say probably half the droids died, so maybe 50 are left. Crazy stuff. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. General Grievous manages to hold out somehow, and the clone troopers all die. RIP. Do you guys choose to believe in the outcome of the first battle or the second one here? Let me know what you think. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button and comment down below what you want to see next. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.